In addition to your front page, you naturally want to have more pages on your website. For example, with information about your garden center, the team, a plant guarantee you offer, and other services. You can add an unlimited number of pages to your website, so let me explain to you how to do that right now.
Go to Main menu and click on Pages on the left side. This will open a list of all the pages currently created on your website. If you want to create a new one, click on Add. Or you can just edit an existing page by clicking on the second icon, Edit. Let's start with a new page. Click on Add. First of all, you need to add a title. So let's say we want to create a services page. You can upload the picture if you want to, but usually we don't use this one on the design, so you can skip that one. If you have a web shop, you might want to link products and categories. Of course, the page should be active unless you're editing a page and you want to inactivate it, then you need to check the box. And this is where you add the metadata. How does it work? The browser title is the title the users see when they open your website or this specific page we're working on the browser. Well, we created our services page, so let's say we want to have our services. You can include a different alt tag. Alt tags are shown on images. So let's say the services we provide at our garden center. Now, what's the meta description? It's a very old-fashioned term, yet very important. Why? This is the text people see when they're searching for something and your page appears on the search results. So, it's important to add relevant keywords. And if you have multiple services, I recommend you to add those services to the meta description. Let me give you an example. So let's say you provide landscaping and delivery services in the Manchester area. In that case, you want to have landscaping and delivery on the meta description as well as Manchester. The meta keywords are old-fashioned and Google is definitely not using them anymore. They stopped doing that probably 10 years ago. So don't bother adding them. However, if you want to add them, you need to do it in a proper way, and that means you need to use a comma to split them. So let's say landscaping services and garden center Manchester. I recommend you to ignore the robots tag unless you know what you're doing. So let's leave this one blank for now. Now we can save the page and that will take us back to the list of pages on your website. And as you can see, we just created the Our Services page. If you want to create subpages, you need to click on the plus icon. This will open a new menu and you can click on Add again to create subpages. Now you might wonder where you're actually going to add the text for your page, because we only created the page itself. Now before we can add content to the website, we need to do one more thing. Let's click on Our Services. That will take you to the next page. Click on Add. We need to set up placeholders. And unless you know exactly what you're doing, we recommend you to use a column width of 4. Now, if you want to split the page in 2 or more parts, you can use 2, 3 or 1. However, most of the time, just select 4. It's the easiest way to add content. So let's do that. And now we can click on the yellow link. Click here to edit the page. Now you recognize the available blocks from the first video when we edited the front page. Most of the items available on the front page are available on other pages as well. So you can just click, hold it and move a page to the right. And once it's there, you can click on Edit and it gives you all the options again. Now, as explained, you need to use the editor to add content, but the editor is covered in another video, which we're going to talk about later. So just add your content as you want, save it, and that's the only thing you need to do to add more pages to your website. If we go back to the a list of pages, there's one more thing you need to know. So you can always go back to the settings of the page by clicking on the link on the right, edit this row. This will take you back to the page we've seen when we created the page. Now you can select the menu the page is shown on. You can change the label and, important, you can change the parent page. How does it work? Let's say you want to move About Us to a sub-level underneath our services. Click on it, select our services, and then the page will be moved to a sub-level underneath our services. So that's how you can create subpages. And once you're ready, just click on Save to save the page and all the changes you've made.
And make sure you put enough information on your website and organize the content clearly. For you, it's very logical that you have a delivery service, free planting advice, or a landscaping service. But new customers do not know this yet. By making the right pages, you can inform customers about it. In the next video, I'm going to explain you how the editor works.